Hello and welcome to another video from Midas Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles. And today we are looking at the 1997 release by Playmates from their Star Trek Warp Factor Series 1 series of action figures. And this particular action figure we are looking at today is Captain Koloth, who was the Klingon commander. And he was from the TV episode The Trouble With Tribbles, which was also used as a combined episode in Deep Space Nine, which was Trials and Tribulations. Okay, so this is the card that the figure comes on. And at the very top, it's got serialized Warp Factor Series 1, Star Trek. And at the bottom, it says Captain Koloth, stock number 6511. And it's got Galactic Gear, Three Tribbles, Klingon Disrupter Pistol, DKTahg, and the Klingon Action Base. And in the right hand side, it's got the Star Trek logo, ages 4 and up, assortment number 65100. You've got the Playmates logo, and you've got the warning details at the very bottom. Okay, so that is the card, and you can see Captain Koloth behind the window. But before we have a good look at the figure, I would like to just turn the card around and see what we got printed on the back. Okay, so I've turned the card around, and this is what we've got on the back. So you can see an image on the right hand side of Captain Koloth, and he's on his Klingon stand, and he's holding his DKTahg dagger and his Klingon Disruptor Pistol. Now on the left hand side, it says Star Trek, boldly go when no one has gone before. Collect the entire galaxy of Star Trek characters. And you've got Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Dr. Julian Bashir. Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Lieutenant Commander Jadzia Dax. Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Chief Miles O'Brien. Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Constable Odo. And Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Captain Benjamin Sisko. And they are all in the original, apart from Odo, the rest of them are in the original uniform from the episode Trials and Tribulations. It says join the official Star Trek fan club, and it says assortment ages 4 and up, assortment number 65100, stock number 6511. You've got the Playmates logo, Paramount Toys, and visit Playmates toys.com. And over on the right hand side, it says as featured in the original Star Trek TV series from the episode The Trouble With Tribbles, and also seen in Deep Space Nine series from the episode Trials and Tribulations. And it says Three Tribbles, caution, don't feed, Klingon Action Base, Klingon Disruptor Pistol, personal issue direct energy weapon, and the DKTahg Klingon knife used in hand-to-hand combat. Okay, and on the bottom corner, and let's just bring this forward because the writing is very small, and it says Starfleet Intelligence Database Klingon Archives, subject Captain Koloth. So, Captain Koloth was one of the legendary Klingon starship commanders of the late 23rd century. On star date 4523, Koloth and his crew confronted Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise over access to Deep Space Nine Station K7. Enterprise logs in to indicate a minor brawl occurred between crew members of both ships. Koloth later became a noted Klingon negotiator, and in 2289 played a role in early negotiations with the Federation, which was represented by Curzon Dax. The Trill ambassador gave Koloth the nickname of DKTahg, Klingon for Iceman. Years later, Koloth's firstborn son was slain by a criminal named Albania. In 2370, he joined 2 other renowned Klingon warriors, Kang and Kor, in a blood oath to avenge the deaths of their children. Jadzia Dax, honouring Curzon's friendship with them from decades before, joined them in the hunt. Koloth and Kang died in the assault on the Albania's compound on Scaros 4. So there we go. That's the back of the card. So without further ado then, let's turn it back and have a good look at Captain Koloth himself. Okay, so I have zoomed in on the figure itself, and there you can see the image of Captain Koloth. Now, Captain Koloth in the 2 episodes, the one episode, the Trouble With Tribbles, and the DS9 version of Trials and Tribulations, was played by William Campbell, who also played the Squire of Gothas on the original TV series. So the face is sculptured on William Campbell, and you can see it's a very good likeness to his portrayal of Captain Koloth from these episodes. Now this particular figure has much better articulation. Same again, it is just under 5 inches tall, 4 3/4 inches, but the articulation they improved somewhat on these figures. So the articulation is the head, the shoulders, the elbows, the waist, and the knees. So much better articulation than these figures. Great sculpting again, brilliant figures from Playmates. You know, from 27 years ago, they are fabulous. And then you can see also he's got his accessories there on the left hand side. You can see his Klingon dagger, his Ductar, the Klingon pistol, and the 3 Tribbles, which again obviously from the episode. So yeah, a very nice figure, and obviously you can see he's dressed in his classic Klingon attire as they wore in the original series, which is his black undershirt, his grey tunic, and his checked trousers and black boots. Okay, so that is the action figure. Now, how well did these figures do at the time? Well, back in the 90s, Star Trek was a massive thing. Not only was we seeing reruns of the original series, we also had the Star Trek The Next Generation on our television screens. We also had Deep Space Nine, and then we have Voyager, all in the 90s. So it was a tremendous time for Star Trek. Obviously, also in the 90s, we had the first Next Generation movie, which was Generations, which tied in with the original Star Trek. So it was their first venture into the movies. But again, we had so much Star Trek media, it was unbelievable. So, you know, three or four series still going on TV, plus the movies being released. Brilliant time for Star Trek. So there was a lot of interest in Star Trek and a lot of people wanting the figures. And I can remember the shop we had in the 90s. As soon as these figures came in from Bandai, they were put on the shelf, and at the first weekend they were all sold out. Everybody wanted these figures on release time. So there was bundles of them sold. However, now nearly 30 years on, they're now very difficult to find, very collectible. Obviously over the years, kids that bought them back in the day, obviously they've all grown up now. The toys would have been long gone, and now they're trying to find these again to recuperate those memories, I suppose, and because all these figures have somewhat a nostalgic feel to certain people, and this particular figure is no exception. But these now in this mint unused condition are very difficult to find, very, very difficult indeed. But as usual, we at Midas Touch have done it again, and we've managed to find a few, and they are currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to quite simply by clicking the link below. It'll take you straight to the website, where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Star Trek items, and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And also don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we are uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I am absolutely positive you're not going to want to miss this, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new items which we are shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there is something in particular you are looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I hope you've enjoyed this very short video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon.